Welcome to the ffxiv healer preview. I'll discuss both old skills and new skills for Stormblood, for healers, white mages, scholars, and astrologians. To replace the current system of cross-class abilities, a new set of so-called healer role abilities will be introduced in Stormblood. They provide healer utility mostly as seen in pre-existing healer abilities. Some are reworked from pre-existing skills, while others are mostly unchanged from Heaven's Ward. There are 6 reworked skills. Cleric's Stance now briefly increases spell damage by a marginal amount. To compensate, damage is no longer severely reduced while outside of Cleric's Stance. Break is a new skill that applies heavy to the target, reducing their movement speed, and deals a bit of damage. To compensate, Stone 1 and Miasma no longer apply heavy, and Stella is no longer available. Lucid Dreaming is a new skill that regenerates mana and dumps aggro. To compensate, Shroud of Saints and Luminiferous Aether are no longer available. Further, it's possible that Aetherflow's mana restore is reduced. However, the dev build at the Media Tour did not have tooltips reflecting this change. Largesse is a new skill that boosts healing output. To compensate, Divine Seal is no longer available, and the healing boost portion of Synastry has been removed. Surecast has an additional effect. It now also nullifies Sleep, Stun, Knockback, and Draw-In effects. Rescue is a new skill that instantly draws the target party member to your side. There are 4 mostly unchanged skills. Protect, Isuna, and Swiftcast are now role skills. They have the same effect as they always did, but now with minor changes to their unlock level. Eye for an Eye is now also a role skill, and notably has a 120-second cooldown. Scholars have some minor changes to their pre-existing toolkit. Virus, Sustain, and Miasma 2 have been removed. Virus is replaced by a role skill for caster DPS classes. Miasma no longer applies Malady, which reduces target healing, or Heavy, which reduces the target's movement speed. Bio 2 now replaces Bio when it's unlocked, and has no cast time. Bane's damage on multiple targets has been significantly reduced. It now deals full damage on the first target, 20% reduced to the second, 40% reduced to the third, down to 80% reduced for the 5th target and beyond. The potency of Ruin 2 has been increased from 80 to 100, making it stronger than Ruin, but not as damaging as Broil. Finally, Shadow Flare no longer has a cast time, but is now a regular cooldown with a cooldown of 60 seconds. Scholar's new skills provide a variety of new utility. At level 62, Excogitation will automatically heal an ally whose health falls below 50%. At level 64, Broil 2 replaces Broil when it's unlocked. At level 66, Chain Stratagem provides a new flavor of Libra. It increases the rate at which the target takes critical hits by 20%. At level 68, we unlock a trait that grants a 20% chance to reduce Aetherflow's cooldown by 10 seconds, anytime we consume a stack of Aetherflow. At level 70, Aether Pact allows us to force a fairy to heal a party member. This prevents her from casting anything else, and slowly drains the fairy gauge. The gauge charges when consuming Aetherflow stacks. White mages have some major changes to their pre-existing toolkit. The biggest change is the removal of Stone Skin and Stone Skin 2 from the game. This is offset by one of their new skills. Fluid Aura no longer deals damage, saving you 1 global off cooldown. Arrow 2 now replaces Arrow when it's unlocked. Its cast time has been removed. Benediction's cooldown has been reduced from 300 seconds to 180 seconds. The new skills for white mages focus on the new healing gauge. Interestingly, the new healing gauge is unlocked before level 60. It's available at level 52, and can hold up to 3 lilies. Every time you cast Cure, or Cure 2 on an ally, there is a 20% chance of gaining a lily. They reduce the cooldown of your off-global cooldown heals and shields. When you cast one of these abilities, you lose all lilies, and enjoy a reduced cooldown on the skill you just used. At level 62, we unlock Thin Air, a buff that temporarily makes all spells cost 0 mana. At level 64, we unlock Stone 4, which replaces Stone 3, Stone 2, and Stone. At level 66, we unlock Divine Benison, an off-global cooldown ability that shields an ally for 15% of their maximum HP. At level 68, we unlock a trait that grants a 20% chance that Asylum or Assize recast time is reduced by 5 seconds upon healing critical HP with Cure or Cure 2. At level 70, we unlock Plenary Indulgence, a skill that grants functional crits to Cure and Cure 2. When casting one of these on an ally, there is a 20% chance of applying a stack of Confession for a maximum of 3 stacks. Plenary Indulgence consumes all stacks on all nearby allies to cure them based on the number of stacks they have. Astrologians have minimal updates to their pre-existing skills. Disable has been removed and is replaced by a role skill for caster DPS classes. Undraw, a new level 30 skill, discards the currently drawn Arcanum. Combust 2 now replaces Combust when it's unlocked and has no cast time. To accommodate the new healer role skill that boosts healing output, Synastry no longer increases healing potency. Astrologian's new skills provide more card interactions and some AoE utility. At level 62, Earthly Star allows you to place and immediately detonate an AoE for both damage and healing, or wait 10 seconds for increased damage and healing for the same AoE. At level 64, Malefic 3 replaces Malefic 2. At level 66, we can convert our currently drawn Arcanum to either Lord of Crowns, which would deal a 300 potency attack, or Lady of Crowns, which heals an ally for 500 potency. At level 68, we gain a new trait that reduces the cooldown of Lightspeed by 5 seconds every time Benefic or Benefic 2 crits. At level 70, we unlock Sleeve Draw, which fills in any unprepared Draw, Royal Road, Spread, or Mina Arcana, without overriding pre-existing cards. The new healer role skills limit utility a single healer character can provide. In Heavensward, healers could access the utility from 7 or 8 role skills, not to mention Virus and Disable. In Stormblood, however, only 5 role skills will be available. This utility loss is offset by the new healer traits and abilities. White Mage's status as a healing powerhouse is reinforced by their new cooldown reduction traits and Plenary Indulgence. Interestingly, Assize will now do meaningful healing and damage simultaneously. 2 forms of cooldown reduction available for both Assize and Asylum provide White Mage with more healing that hopefully will enable more global cooldowns devoted to DPS by both the White Mage and their healing partners. Scholar's core playstyle remains mostly unchanged from A Realm Reborn and gains some straightforward party utility. Their new healing skills, Excogitation and Aether Pact, will almost certainly enable Scholars to be more flexible between healing and dealing damage. Astrologian's new powerful AoE heal rivals Scholar's Indomitability, and the new Minor Arcana skill enables every card to be used. These together resolve the most obvious weaknesses in the skill set: burst AoE healing at a low mana cost and wasting useless cards. These tools should enable even more efficient play from Astrologians. Overall, all healers possess less party support utility but enjoy additional direct healing abilities. How exactly this may affect the party dynamic in 4, 8, and 24 player content remains to be seen, as content design, damage formulas, and healing formulas may all be reworked in Stormblood.